cattle producers that utilize native hay meadows as a source of their winter hay supplies are always trying to get that balance between quantity and quality. They'd like to get the most tonnage possible, but yet still have some quality in the hay. There's some research from Kansas State University that really helps us take a look at perhaps the best time to harvest native grass hays for the use in the cow herd next winter. You see what the folks at K-State did? They looked at harvesting the hay the first week of June, the first week of July, the first week of August, and again the first week in September, and then compared those 4 different cuttings in terms of quantity and quality of the hay. Very, very quickly they could discern that the June cutting was just too early. There wasn't enough of it, and it was really one of those things that was a waste of time. The September cutting was so low in quality that it became obvious very quickly that that kind of hay just wasn't very useful for the cattle. So that left us then with the decision between the first week of July or the first week in August. And as they looked at the quality and the quantity of the hay, that was really interesting. The August cutting actually produced more pounds of dry matter per acre by about 400 pounds. The comparison was 2,800 compared to 2,400 pounds in July. But when they looked at the quality of the hay, then another real difference showed up. The August hay tested only 3% crude protein compared to 7% for that July cut hay. That meant that the July hay actually brought in twice as much pounds of protein per acre as did the August cut hay. The difference was about 168 pounds of actual protein per acre compared to 84 pounds of protein per acre. Now look at the energy side of the equation. Again, remember there's a little more tonnage in the August cutting, but there was only 1,280 pounds of total digestible nutrients, or TDN, in the August cutting compared to 1,322 pounds of TDN from the July cutting. So I think it boils down that as we're looking at this summer's harvest date, harvesting that hay at a time when the maturity is such that we still have quality and adequate quantity is the best idea. That first part of July looks like an ideal time for cutting hay in Oklahoma and southern Kansas in order to get that balance of quality and quantity. Hey, we'll visit with you again next week on Sunups Cow-Calf Corner.